Oh, my dears, again, I'm just very, very glad to see all of you. Thank you for being patient. So if your invitation had the lyrics in it, you can download them. You can just put them on your screen. A lot of you know this song. We open every Twilight and Lullabies with it. And I should get my lyrics up because in the heat of the moment, I forget everything. And therefore, I need my lyrics. Okay. Great. So let's just all take a deep breath. Oh. And just off the top of your head, think of one thing you're thankful for right now. What came to mind for me, it sounds awful, but I'm thankful I don't live in Texas. Deeply thankful that we get to come here and enter this space together, lay it down. So sing with me. Evening falls, the day is ending. All my work, I lay it down. Let it rest until tomorrow. Day is done. Lay it down. Lay it down, your every burden. Evening shadows gather round. Come, sweet night, and gentle darkness. Day is done. Lay it down. And let's all just shrug our shoulders like we're taking off a big overcoat and drop it. And maybe shake the body down, shake out your hands. Just let it go. Let's sing it again. Evening falls, the day is ending. All my work, I lay it down. Let it rest until tomorrow. Evening falls. Lay it down. Lay it down. Lay it down. Your every burden. Evening shadows gather round. Come, sweet night, and gentle darkness. Day is done. Let it down. Let's do the ending. Come, sweet night, and gentle darkness. Day is done. I keep messing it up. Let's start that again. Come, sweet night, and gentle darkness. Day is done. Lay it down. Let it rest. Lay it down. Mm. Mm. Whew. Just looking at all of you, it's great to see Livia from Australia. Really glad you could make it. Great to see David Hartso here tonight. David, I've lost you on my screen, but I know you're here. And David is such a leader in our peace movement, our political social change movements, and struggling with some health issues now. And I really warmly invited him to come tonight and be bathed in all of this. And I'm sure that you're not the only one, David, who's dealing with health issues or family issues or personal issues and needs just some comfort and some holding, a sense that we're all in this together. So we are indeed all in this together. And I'm definitely thinking about the people of Texas tonight, and who we'll do a little bit more with them in a minute. But the theme tonight, as you know, is love, is love. And I put out a little email, I think it was yesterday or today, I can't remember, to just a random selection of people from the mailing list. Say, hey, give me some ideas for love songs. What's one that you love? And oh my gosh, I got the most wonderful songs, almost none of which we're going to do tonight because no, I mean, we're going to do some of them. About half the night is requests, actually. But I've got the list. And at the bottom of your lyrics, I feel so good about this. This redeems me for any mistakes I made tonight. On your lyrics on the last page, I gave you links to all the songs that people requested so you can listen to them on YouTube. They're wonderful songs and they're really fun. So there you go. So this is one of the big hit favorites that so many people asked for, and I already had decided that I was going to do it. So it's clearly on all of our minds. Kate Wolf, Give Yourself to Love. Okay. I think a lot of you know it, and if you don't, the chorus is just so singable. Kind friends all gather round. There's something I would say, that what brings us together here has blessed us all today. Love has made a circle that holds us all inside, where strangers are as family, and loneliness can't hide. You must give yourself to love, if love is what you're after. Open up your hearts to the tears and laughter, and give yourself to love. Give yourself to love. That'll come around some more, you'll get it. Kate Wolf was a California songwriter. She wrote very poignant songs about the land here and the people here, and about just relationships, just real solid human relationships. And she passed a number of years ago of leukemia, so this is a legacy that she has left. I've walked these mountains in the rain. I've learned to love the wind. I've been up before the sunrise just to watch the day begin. I always knew I'd find you, though I never did know how. But like sunshine on a cloudy day, you stand before me now. So give yourself to love, if love is what you're after. Open up your hearts to the tears and laughter, and give yourself to love. Give yourself to love. Love is born in fire. It's planted like a seed. Love can't give you everything, but it'll give you what you need. Love comes when you are ready. Love comes when you're afraid. It'll be your greatest teacher, the best friend you have made. So give yourself to love, if love is what you're after. Open up your hearts to the tears and laughter, and give yourself to love. Give yourself to love. Give yourself to love. Thank you. Isn't that a wonderful song? How many of you knew that song already? Show your hands. Yeah, especially if you're California folks. Oh, Storm says you scattered your mother's ashes to this song. I bet many of you have memories of this song. It's sung at weddings a lot and other such commitment gatherings and probably at memorial services too. Thank you, Kate. Thank you, Kate. Wow, what a gift. So I just feel like that invitation to give ourselves to love, it's quite a thing when you think about it. It's sort of like surrender, surrender to the power of this and sort of like turn ourselves over to the power of love and let it come through. And it anyway, I just, some of you know I'm a doula, and I just had a birth last weekend that was just so wonderful and so life affirming. And this premature baby is doing so well. And this young mom with a lot of health issues and a lot of other issues is doing so well. And it was just like walking into grace and being part of it. And I feel like for me, becoming a birth worker after 50 years of being a singer was a way of giving myself to love. Not that I haven't given myself to love through the music, but there's something very personal and intimate about that kind of work. And any of you that do hospice work or social service work or anything where you're just one-on-one with people, it's a pretty profound thing. So I feel like I'm giving myself to love and I'm getting back so much. Two poems came to mind when I thought about this, and they're both by Hafiz, who's the Persian poet from the 14th century, Sufi mystic. They're both about love. The first one says, even after all this time, the sun never says to the earth, you owe me. Look what happens with a love like that. It lights the whole sky. Wow. Look what happens with a love like that. And the other one is, and we're going to sing this one in a minute, is the one about the rose. How did the rose ever open its heart and give to this world all its beauty? It felt the encouragement of the light against its being. Otherwise, we would all remain too frightened. It felt the encouragement of the light against its being. Otherwise, we all remain too frightened. So that thing of giving ourselves to love, it's like we become a radiance that shines and touches others, and all these roses, all these tight little buds that are around us and within us can't help but open, can't help it. So let's just take a minute to kind of dwell on that. If you have a candle tonight, I've already lit mine. Yeah, I've already lit my candles. If you haven't lit it, why don't you go ahead and light your candle? I'm going to just take a minute and look at y'all because I love going through the gallery, seeing your beautiful faces, new faces, old faces. I see people from Seattle and, oh gosh, people I know from all kinds of places. Hi. So if your candle is lit, why don't we take a minute, just hold our candles to the screen to shed that beautiful light like the sun, just offering our light to anyone who doesn't have it and just to each other. Yeah, make a circle with it. Love has made a circle. This is, yeah, kind of symbolizing just that beautiful radiance that love opens in all of us. When I'm in a particularly bad mood and I'm having a really hard day, I found a little practice that helps. And this was back when I used to go out into the world, which I don't do anymore, but back when, before COVID, which was I made a point to always talk to every homeless person on the street that I saw, just to get out of myself. You know what I mean? Just to get out of myself. And I felt so much better after I did that. So let's take a moment and we're just going to be quiet and maybe find a posture that feels like a little bit of I can take a deep breath. Just take a couple of easy, slow breaths, opening up your chest and your belly. Maybe letting your hands soften and your face soften. Notice if the back of your neck is tight and you can just lift the crown of your head a little bit. Relax your shoulders. Feel wherever your feet are touching the ground. If that's what they're touching, just feel that contact. Wiggle your toes. Imagine breathing all the way down your body, through your legs, all the way into your feet. Drawing the breath up from the feet and then out, down through the feet. And just be aware of your heart area. Sometimes people like to just touch their heart area to bring a little more consciousness to it. You can feel, if you do that, the warmth, probably the warmth of your hand through your clothes. Breathe and feel your hand lift with your heart. And if you are able to, just visualize your heart as the sun in the midst of your body, that there is this sun that never says you owe me, never says, do you deserve? That just wants to radiate. It can't help itself. So feel that radiance and just imagine, feel it spreading throughout your chest. And if sometimes visualizations don't work for everyone, if you aren't feeling this, just enjoy your breath, enjoy being in your body. If that radiance you can imagine it spreading so that your whole being kind of has a glow. You can just sort of imagine your entire being, kind of an aura of beautiful yellow gold warmth emanating out. And just for this particular moment in time, there's so many places we could send this energy. Oh my goodness, the people of Myanmar, people of Lebanon, people of, oh goodness, so much. But I want to focus on Texas right now, because we all have bodies and we know what it's like to be cold and not be able to get warm, and that's a terrible feeling. So our bodies are with these people. But we're full of radiance right now. We're full of heat, and we're going to shine it on to Texas. Just picture that state if you want to, or just picture people. I'm particularly thinking of prisoners who are getting very little help and are freezing, literally freezing. It's hard to even think about. So I'm sending my heat and my love to them. So just we'll take a moment of silence to just radiate where you want to radiate. May our warmth, our hearts, our love radiate out around the globe. Touch all in need of warmth, safety, comfort, love. How did the rose ever open its heart, give to the world all its beauty? It felt the encouragement of the light shining upon its being. Otherwise, we would all remain closed and alone, defended and cold, lonely and just too frightened. So you have this in your lyrics. It kind of goes up and down a lot. A few of you have sung it before. I'll just walk you through it real quick. Just watch my hand, the old up and down. So it goes, how did the rose ever open its heart? So try that, just be an echo. How did the rose ever open its heart? Then listen, and give to the world all its beauty. Ready? And give to the world all its beauty. And then the next two lines are pretty much the same. So why don't we sing those together, all 4 lines? How did the rose ever open its heart and give to the world all its beauty? It felt the encouragement of the light shining upon its being. Now listen. Otherwise, just do that. Otherwise, we would all remain. Try that. We would all remain. And then the rest is like the beginning. So let's do otherwise. Otherwise, we would all remain closed and alone, defended and cold, lonely and just too frightened. And if you didn't hear about this, the lyrics, if you didn't open them in your invitation, they're in the chat. There's a link that Liz has put in, and you can click on that chat and go right to the lyrics. All right, let's relax into this and be the rose that opens. Let your voice open, let your courage sing you out. Sing loud and proud if you like, sing soft and sweet, but sing. How did the rose ever open its heart and give to the world all its beauty? It felt the encouragement of the light shining upon its being. Otherwise, we would all remain closed and alone, defended and cold, lonely and just too frightened. I forgot the last part. This last part's totally easy. So let me be the rose. Let me be the rose. Let me be the rose and open. Let's do it. Let me be the rose. Let me be the rose. Let me be the rose and open. I want to do it one more time so that you can really relax and enjoy it. How did the rose ever open its heart and give to the world all its beauty? It felt the encouragement of the light shining upon its being. Otherwise, we would all remain closed and alone, defended and cold, lost be the rose. Let me be the rose and open. Oh, love that one. Okay. So as I was thinking about love songs this week and last week, I remembered one that I absolutely love, and I bet a lot of you do too. And we're going to do it. And it is jazzy and upbeat and totally fun. And it's called The Glory of Love. It was written in 1936 by Billy Hill. And just a cool song, a very cool song. So this one we're going to loosen up, we're going to sway, we're going to clap, you can dance. Ready? Got it? You've got to give a little, take a little, let your poor heart break just a little. That's the story of, that's the glory of love. You gotta cry a little. Oh, sorry. Let's do laugh first. You gotta laugh a little, cry a little, let the clouds roll by just a little. That's the story of, that's the glory of love. Long as there's the two of us, we got the world and its charms. And when the world is through with us, we got each other's arms. You gotta win a little, lose a little, come on, have the blues just a little. That's the story of, that's the glory of love. It's so short, it's so sweet. Let's just do it from the top. You gotta give a little, take a little, let your poor heart break just a little. That's the story of, that's the glory of love. And that is the truth. You got to laugh a little, cry a little, let the clouds roll by just a little. That's the story of, that's the glory of love. Long as there's the two of us, we got the world and its charms. And when the world is through with us, we got each other's arms. You gotta win a little, lose a little, come on, have the blues just a little. That's the story of, that's the glory of love. I got inspired this afternoon. I was thinking about we've got each other's arms and thinking, oh, if only we could be in each other's arms or somebody's arms right now. So I could not resist making up a particular verse for this era in our lives. And it goes like this. Oh, sing. Oh, no, you can't sing with me. You're just gonna have to listen. Long as there's the two of us, we got the world in full bloom. And when the world is through with us, we got each other on Zoom. You gotta wait a little, have faith a little, give your heart every day just a little. That's the story of, that's the glory of, that's the story of, that's the glory of, and it's true, that's the story of, that's the glory of love. Woo, yeah. God, I love that song. So catchy. My goodness. Great. Okay. So someone who may not be here tonight, she wasn't sure she could get on, but she immediately answered and had a song. And as we went back and forth, because I'd never heard of it, she told me that a dear friend of the family, actually adopted family, had just died this past week, and that she really, really wanted this song sung in his memory. I think they sang it. I think they might have sung it at his memorial. So I'm going to do it. It's a new song for me. It's by Tom T. Hall. It's a country song. I love Little Baby Ducks. Does anybody know this song? Is anybody? Oh, good. Storm knows it. Wait a minute. I got to see your hands. Anybody else know it? Oh, okay. Shari knows it. And anybody else? Elizabeth, just a little bit. Well, I'm not as versed in country music as I ought to be because it is great stuff. And this is a really sweet song. I kind of fell in love with it. So here's how it goes. I love little baby ducks, old pickup trucks, slow moving trains, and rain. I love little country streams, sleep without dreams, Sunday school in May, and hay. And I love you too. That's the easiest line. Let's do it. I love you too. I love leaves in the wind, pictures of my friends, birds of the world, and squirrels. I love coffee in a cup, little fuzzy pups, lemonade in a glass, and grass. And I love you too. Let's do that again. And I love you too. I love honest open smiles, kisses from a child, tomatoes on the vine, and onions. I love winners when they cry, losers when they try, music when it's good, and life. And I love you too. Oh, with all your heart. And I love you too. And just for fun, look at somebody on the screen. Don't have to know them, and sing it right to them one more time. And I love you too. Yes, I do. Sweet, huh? Really nice. Yeah, really sweet. Okay. Somebody sent me the most wonderful poem recently. And it's by a guy that I've actually run across a couple of his poems. He's very unusual. I think he's a very unusual writer. His name is Fred Lamotte. Anybody ever heard of Fred Lamotte? Anyway, this isn't directly about love, but it ties in with the next song we're going to sing, which is about loving the earth. So anyway, I'll just read it to you. It's really a great poem. My ancestry DNA results came in. Just as I suspected, my great-great-grandfather was a monarch butterfly. Much of who I am is still wriggling under a stone. I am part larva, but part hummingbird too. There is dinosaur tar in my marrow bone. My golden hair sprang out of a meadow in Palestine. Genghis Khan is my fourth cousin, but I didn't get his dimples. My loins are loaded with banyan seeds from Sri Lanka, but I descended from Ravana, not Ram. My uncle is a mastodon. There are traces of white people in my saliva. 3.7 billion years ago, I swirled in golden dust, dreaming of a planet overgrown with lingams and yonis. Most recently, say 60,000 BC, I walked on hairy paws across a land bridge joining Sweden to Botswana. I am the bastard of the sun and moon. I can no longer hide my heritage of raindrops and cougar scat. I am made of my grandmother's tears. You conquered rival tribesmen of your own color, chained them together and marched them naked to the coast, and sold them to colonials from Savannah. I was that brother you sold. I was the slave trader. I was the chain. Admit it. You have wings, vast and golden, like mine, like mine. You have sweat, black and salty, like mine, like mine. You have secrets, silently singing in your blood, like mine, like mine. Don't pretend that Earth is not one family. Don't pretend we never hung from the same branch. Don't pretend we don't ripen on each other's breath. Don't pretend we didn't come here to forgive. His name is Fred Lamotte. Lamotte, Lamotte. Liz can put that in the chat for you. I'll send that out at some point, that poem. Oh, I love that last line. Don't pretend we didn't come here to forgive. Oof. So my dear friend Tina Greene is here tonight. Tina is a wonderful songwriter and singer. We've known each other a long time. Tina used to come sing with my women's songs groups back when I did them in Berkeley. And Tina has a song about loving Mother Earth, and it just seemed like a perfect song for tonight. So Tina, why don't you unmute, and can you pin Tina, Liz? Yeah, great. Thank you.
So I feel so blessed in this moment. And thank you, Betsy, for inviting me to sing. I had a nasty run in with COVID at Christmas time, Thanksgiving, August, November, and December. And it's definitely affected my lungs and my singing. And so it's like, okay, I can do this, right? And still share. And that's a really special thing. So I wrote this song lying naked on a rock at the end of the day at Lake Tahoe, and the waves were up, and the sun was bright, and it was warm, and I was just like this. And I said out loud, God, I need a song. And I opened my mouth, and there it was. The first verse was there, and then I added verses after 9/11. And I went to a Womamu camp with Betsy for the first time. So it's been 10 years. And, um, and I sang it at that camp. I gave it for the first time with all the new verses. Um, and Betsy came and I sang it to my family with her support. So it's very special to me, but it's a great lullaby too. It's called Take Me in Your Arms, and it's in your lyrics. And why don't I sing it once through, and then we can sing it together, because it's very easy to learn. So it's in your lyrics. Take me in your arms, hold me in your embrace. Earth and wind, water and sky, my earth mother. Take me in your arms, hold us in your embrace. When the pain is just too great, bring us comfort. Mother, we need you now. Help us find the way. Bring us strength, wisdom, and faith. Help us find peace. Take us in your arms, hold us in your embrace. Earth and wind, water and sky, our earth mother. So let's do that together. And I realize it's 2001. That's 20 years. Wow. Okay. So yes, it's a little low. Pitch it where you need to, and take it to your grandkids or your children if we have young ones with us. Take me in your arms, hold me in your embrace. Earth and wind, water and sky, my earth mother. Take us in your arms, hold us in your embrace. When the pain is just too great, bring us comfort. Mother, we need you now. Help us find the way. Bring us strength, wisdom, and faith. Help us find peace. Take us in your arms, hold us in your embrace. Earth and wind, water and sky, my earth mother. Earth and wind, water and sky, my earth mother. Thank you, Betsy.
Oh, Tina, it's so good to hear that again. That song is so haunting. Your voice is so rich and deep. Don't apologize for your voice. It sounds great. Oh, and what a beautiful song. You want to just unmute for a minute and give Tina a little love? It's just,
Thank you, Tina.
Wonderful song. Thank you, Tina.
Tina.
I enjoyed hearing the song again.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
good job. I loved hearing its origins. Thank you.
Oh, that's the
Very nice.
best.
Very nice.
That's the best. Thank you.
please don't
Beautiful.
go. Please don't go. Okay, so I'm going to shift just a little bit to a different kind of love. I was just thinking of all the kinds of love there are: the earth, each other, parents, children. And having just come through a birth and being doula to two young moms that I adore both of them. And with one of them, I've become adopted grandma. I'm really not, the baby's 10 months old. And I love being an elder. I love being the age I am and being able to just give of myself to young women. So I want to sing a song in celebration of mother love, but particularly thinking of women who are loving. It's the kind of love that loves against all odds. That it's something, I don't know how many of you are parents. You don't have to be to know this love, but there is something that is so fierce and so determined that no matter what the odds, and I've worked with women who were formerly homeless women who were raising children, and the love and the care is phenomenal. And these two young women, just I'm humbled by these two young women and how they're rising to shine that love, radiate that love in so many ways onto their babies when they have very little support, very little going for them. So I love them. Okay, let me get my words up here. Please sing with me. I'm not going to teach it, but there's a nice chorus you'll pick up on. Baby mine. Baby mine, I want to give you everything. I don't have much, but I got my heart. Baby mine, we'll make it through somehow. We're off to a good start. We're off to a good start. I want you to know that I've always wanted you. Times are tough. I barely have enough. But I've been strong for a long, long time. I know how to stretch a nickel into a dime. Baby mine, baby mine, we're doing fine. I love your hair. I love your little seashell ears. Your funny nose, your wiggly toes. I want to keep you safe. It's a tough old world out there. I'll be a mama bear. You got a mama bear. I want you to know that I get tired sometimes. I do my best with what I've got, 'cause I've been strong for a long, long time. I know how to stretch a nickel into a dime. Baby mine, baby mine, we're doing fine. And I'm remembering as I sing this that the mom that inspired it was my very first doula mom, and she was part of the homeless prenatal program in San Francisco, a wonderful, wonderful program for women with fragile housing. And she told me how she decided to move from a shelter in Oakland to where she is in San Francisco at the time. They actually got an apartment for her, a low-income apartment. Part of why she moved there was because she felt her daughter, her 8-year-old daughter, and she just had a new little baby boy, would be safer there because would be safer in that neighborhood than the neighborhood in Oakland. And I had walked through her neighborhood in the Tenderloin to get to her apartment several times, and it didn't feel very safe to me. It was really people passed out on the street, and drugs being handed back and forth, and it just wasn't. I'm not very used to that. But she said no, because in Oakland there was gunfire, and there's no gunfire here, and I'd rather have her be here. And it's just like, yeah, that's what moms wake up to. So please sing with me. I've been strong for a long, long time. I've been strong for a long, long time. I know how to stretch a nickel into a dime. And baby mine, baby mine, we're doing fine. Baby mine, baby mine, baby mine, we're doing fine. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Well, I think it's been pretty sweet tonight. How about you? I feel pretty moved, kind of emotional. Well, I think we'll close with another lullaby, and this is one that, oh, this lullaby has such resonance in my life. So this was something that my partner David listened to, I believe, when he was young. Not a baby, but young. He had a fifth grade teacher who turned him on to this record by the Limelighters. His fifth grade teacher played this Limelighter record called Through Children's Eyes. And it's wonderful children's songs. It's a great recording if you can ever find it. Through Children's Eyes, the Limelighters. And this song is on it. So I got turned on to this music thanks to David. And then when Matt, my son, who's now 29, many of you have heard a lot about Matt, when he was a baby, I sang it to him. And then sometimes I sing it with people like you. So it's called Morningtown Ride by Malvina Reynolds. And some of you may know it. Train whistle blowing makes a sleepy noise. Train whistle blowing makes a sleepy noise. Underneath their blankets go all the girls and boys. And here's the chorus. Rockin', rollin', riding out along the bay, all bound for Morningtown, many miles away. Let's sing that again. Rockin', rollin', riding out along the bay, all bound for Morningtown, many miles away. Now this next verse, originally it was written something like the five captains at the engine, fireman rings the bell, but I've always sung it putting in children's names who I happen to be singing with. So today we're going to have Stacia, who is one of the young mom's daughters, and Khalil, the brand new baby, who's the other son. So they're the ones on this train. So here we go. Stacia's at the engine, Khalil rings the bell, Mommy swings the lantern to show that all is well. Rockin', rockin', rollin', riding out along the bay, all bound for Morningtown, many miles away. Maybe it is raining where our train will ride. All the little travelers are warm and snug inside. Rockin', rollin', riding all along the bay, all bound for Morningtown, many miles away. Somewhere there is sunshine, somewhere there is day, somewhere there is Morningtown, many miles away. Rockin', rollin', riding out along the bay, all bound for Morningtown, many miles away. Karen says she used to sing this song to her kids, I'll tell you. Isn't that sweet? Now, if you want to be sure to have all the things that are in the chat, be sure to save your chat before you sign off. Just open up the chat down at the bottom, click on the three little buttons and click on Save Chat. And then you have the fun of finding where on heck they saved it on your computer. Can't help you with that, but you'll find it. So rock and roll, and one more time, thank you all so much for your presence and your love and your good spirits. I feel like we're just old friends, and it feels so, so good. Stay well, get your vaccinations. And I got mine today. I'm so happy. And we'll see you next Saturday on the 27th, if you can make it. Tell your friends, spread the word. We all know people who are grieving, and this will be a really beautiful chance to hold it together in a beautiful way, a sacred way, not a heavy, somber way, a sacred way. See you then. Rockin'. Rockin', rollin', riding out along the bay, all bound for Morningtown, many miles away. All bound for Morningtown, many miles away. You can unmute and say goodbye if you want.
Thank you.
Bye bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, Betsy.
Bye.